Hello everyone, my name is Sylvie Nurfasela. My student's number 81B217O71. My teaching specification is the 11th grade of Office Affairs. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello students! So, before that, I want to introduce myself to you. My name is Vivi Nurfasela. You can call me Miss Vivi. Nah, hey, how's life?
In this section, the
good.
teacher greets students.
Oh, you're good.
Teacher could
You're
say,
doing great.
how's your day? How's life?
Okay, thank
Or
you for asking
how are you?
me. I'm
And so on and so
really,
forth.
really great today.
Greetings are
Yes, this is
important
my first
to make a
time.
good impression
My first time to
and
see you
establish
here.
good relationships with
I
our
hope
students.
we can work together to join this learning process. And
In
I
this
hope
pre-activity,
your good spirit
teacher
and your
also can
motivation
help
in
the
learning
learners
English
to find
is not
motivations
less
in
than
learning
before.
English. Because motivation
even
is
though,
important factor in
this is
learning
our
a
first
foreign
meeting,
language.
I hope
Teacher
we
can
as
encourage
soon as
students by
possible,
saying
we
a
will get
positive
closer
words to
and
them.
closer day by day. So before that, I want to check your attendance list, so it will make sure that I will look at you and know, oh,
Teacher
this is her, oh, this
can
is him.
check
So,
students'
I'm going to
attendance
check your
list
attendance
in the
list.
pre-activity.
Arjuna, where is Arjuna? Oh, Arjuna in the back. Yeah, be careful, yeah. Even though you are in the back, but you still see the whiteboard here. Okay, good. Andrea Tribagus Saputra. Oh, you are Andrea Tribagus Saputra. And so on and so far. Nah, before we come to the real material, before I give you the material, the lesson this morning, I would like to ask the chairman here. Who is the chairman? Oh, Arjuna ternyata chairmannya. Okay, Arjuna, let's lead your friend to have a pray before we're going to learn a new chapter here.
It is better to have a pray before a learning
Thank
process.
you, Arjuna, for leading your friends to have a pray today. Before starting the real material, anyone here get more spirit today? Have you eaten your breakfast today, Cindy?
Teacher can ask the simple questions to her or his students.
Say fried rice, yeah?
It will get students'
Or,
attention
Arjuna, you have
and
your
develop their
breakfast today?
confidence in answering
No, why?
teacher questions.
It's okay if you wake up late this morning. You can make sure that tomorrow or even the next days you will have a great spirit to wake up and to enjoy your days as good as possible. Okay, so anyone want to help me to share this print out to your friends? Each of your friends must have
The teacher
this
can
printed
ask
out.
students to help them during the learning process, and don't forget to instill the good values in it, such as giving them a
Cindy, thank you
praise
so much
or
for your
say thank you to them.
assistance. You're so kind. Okay, now I hope every one of you get the same materials, get the same print out like this. We are starting from the first chapter. The title is What a Busy Day. So anyone get the same, or you get a loss of paper, or anyone get the same? Okay, good. So, the chapter that we're going to learn today is What a Busy Day. As you can see in the whiteboard here, anyone can see the title of our first chapter? Okay, good. So, in this first section of your printed out, you will find some questions. The first question is, do you think that professionals are always busy? Or do you think that they have much time to spend for leisure activities? And now we are going to learn about a day of professionals and how they should keep a good manner at the office. Now, so you can highlight the point, how should they keep a good manner at the office. Now, so here we can see this is the table of our materials. So this is modal auxiliaries. Anyone of you know what is modal auxiliaries? Does anyone know what is it? Okay, modal auxiliaries itself is a verb that is placed before the main verb, and it is used to modify the meaning of the main verb. And modal auxiliary is used to express willingness, possibility, ability, and necessity. Okay, right now, tadi kalian bisa catat ya definisinya, yaitu a verb that is placed before the main verb, and it functions to modify the meaning of the main verb. It is used to express willingness, possibility, ability, and also necessity. Modal auxiliaries, as I mentioned before, ada yang masih ingat apa definisinya? Does anyone remember what I stated before? Okay, Arjuna? That's great. So, modal auxiliary itself is a verb that placed before the main verb, and it functions to modify the meaning of the main verb, and it is used to express willingness, possibility, ability, and also necessity. So, that is the definitions of modal auxiliaries in general. So, if you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this material, we have 6 modal auxiliaries that need to be considered. The first one is modal auxiliaries can. The next one is may, and also will, could, would, and should. Okay, first let we discuss about the functions of modals can. Yeah, so ini. Can, as you can see here, the first function is it is used to ask for permissions. Ask for permission. Ask for permission, and then giving permission, giving permissions, and also requesting something. Requesting something, expressing ability also, so the functions of may is for asking permission and also for giving permissions, expressing possibility, and also offering something. So how can you make an example of may as asking permission? Okay, if you don't know how to arrange the words, for example, you can say, may I sit here? That's the way how you use may as a model to asking for permissions. For giving permission, you can say, you may sit here. You state to a person that you give them a permission to sit here. So that's the way how may refers to the giving permissions. For this one, expressing possibility, example, like what? Yes, for example, like, I may go out today with my friend. That's the way how you predict your activity today. And the next one is offering something. How can you use this may as a modal auxiliaries for offering something? Yeah, that's right. This is like in modals can tadi. offering something is like, may I help you? That's how you offering something to a person. Modal scan tadi, offering something is like, may I sit here? May I help you? That's how you offering something to a person. And the next one, so for the modal auxiliaries will, there are two types of the functions of will. First one is expressing possibility, and the next one is requesting something. Now, can you help me to get the example of expressing ability? Yes, that's right, Arjuna. For example, is you say, I will finish my homework. Okay, that's one of the example. And ada lagi? Anyone else want to help me? Okay, for example, when will you conduct the meeting? Nah, jadi ini juga menunjukkan ekspresi possibility, kemungkinan yang akan terjadi. And the next one is requesting something. How can you make an expression using will to request something? Anyone want to try to give your opinion? Okay, Arjuna, that's good. For example, will you give me your files? Yes, that's good. This is one of the example of the functions of will as requesting something. So as you can see, these are so many functions. So these are the functions of could. First one is asking for permissions and giving for permissions, expressing ability, yeah, that's right, requesting something, giving suggestion, offering something, and the last but not least, expressing probability. Okay, asking for permission, what do you think? Can you make a sentence? Can you make an expression using could as asking for permission? Okay, could I take this file? Okay, that's good. One of the good example. Can I take this file? You ask someone that you can take the file, so you can say, can I take this file? That's good. Giving for permissions. Seems like how do you use can, but could is more polite. The next one is expressing ability. How can you put could in your expression to express the ability? Yes, for example, you could say, I could dance well in the party. You state that you have the ability to dance in the party, in the place that where all eyes can look at you. You state that you have the ability to dance in the party. That's one of the example using could to expressing the ability. Could ini bisa lebih untuk polite dan bisa menunjukkan kepada waktu past activity. Okay. And the next one is giving suggestion. For example, can you write it up for me? Bisakah kamu memutus itu untukku? For example, if you going to a market and are you going to a shopping store and you ask for the shop assistants or stuff, so you can say, could you wrap it up for me? Can you wrap my stuff for me? That's the way how you can use could for requesting something. So for giving suggestions, anyone know one of the example? The example of how you use could to express giving suggestion. Kamu sarankan kepada temanmu menggunakan kata could, or another examples is you could ask your mom how to cook fried rice. Jadi itu akan terlihat lebih sopan menggunakan could. So for offering something, you can use could for offering something. What do you think? How can you say using this could to offering something? Yeah, you can say, could I take your message please? Or you can say, could I take your telephone please? That's okay. That's how you offering something to a person using could. Yeah, you can search any other example as many as you want in many resources. How can you make an expression using could to express the probability? Okay, for example, you can say, I could go with you after I finish my homework. Or you can say, okay mom, I think I could help you to clean the entire house, but right now I need a time to have more rest because I am too sleepy. Or you can say, I am too tired because of my homework, but you still have the probability to help your mom or to help your sister to clean the house. That's how the way you use could to expressing probability. I think this is not really hard lesson today because we will still learn about the basic expressions. You have more complex learning maybe next weeks or maybe next semester. So for each of the functions of would, first requesting something, we can make an expression to request something using would. For example, would you like to help me to clean this table? This is how you express your requesting something for someone using would. Would you like to help me to clean this table? You can think about any other example. Now you can state your opinion if you have another example of how we use would to express requesting something. Okay, Arjuna, you have any other opinion? Can you say it for us? Oh, you say, would you give me some money? Yeah, that's good. You can say it to your friends. Or if you want to ask money from your parents, you can say like that. The next one is offering something. For example, you say, I would like to help you for doing this project. Or you can say, would you like a cup of coffee? Would you like a cup of tea? So it means that you use would as a modal auxiliaries to stating that you are offering something. So the last one, we discussed about the function of should. The function of should itself is for giving advice. For giving advice. You know what I mean? For example-nya apa? Menggunakan should untuk memberikan saran, memberikan nasihat. Ya, di tabelnya ini, the example is, you should take some medicine if you are sick. Ya, jadi kamu menyarankan orang untuk mengambil obat kalau dia sakit. Or you have any other opinions? Yes, for example, you should take some rest if you think your body is not really that healthy. That's good. Or you say that to your friends to bring her files before the deadline. You can say you should bring your file as soon as possible before the deadline. So that's how you use should to for giving an advice. Okay, I think this is a really basic lessons, and this is really fun to learn this chapter. Now, in the previous task, you find some modal auxiliaries that used in the text, and now, so today's job is each of you individuals make expressions based on the following situation by using modal auxiliaries. So there are 5 situations and you should make an expression of each situation. Dan untuk membuat ekspresinya, kamu bisa reverse ke example yang ada di sini. Nah, di sini sudah ada example. Jadi you can make expression sebanyak mungkin dari beberapa situasi ini ya, menggunakan modal yang ada di sini. Okay guys, thank you so much for having your first task, that is make expression based on the following situation by using modal auxiliaries, and you are doing a great job today, and I will check it later. Now we are going to study the following dialogues between professionals at work, and this kind of conversations occurs in the day of professionals. Nah di sini ada dialog 1 and dialog 2, as you can see ya in your printed out. In the first dialogue ada dua tokoh, dua speaker. The first one is Asnita and the second one is Rahmat. And now I want to separate the class into a 2 group. The left side become Asnita and the right side become Rahmat. Let's study the following dialogues. The first one, Asnita said, "Excuse me, Mr. Rahmat, could I talk to you for a moment?" Rahmat replied, "Certainly, how can I help you?" And then Asnita replied, "I finished the report you requested. Would you mind to take a look at it?"
This is my main activity in the learning process, and I hope everyone who watched the video can get what I want to convey to my students. This is the most important point in teaching and learning process, where the teacher must be able to become a mediator or the bridge for the student to have a real knowledge. My testimony are the first, teaching will be very fun if we have a good confidence in the front of our students. So as a future teacher, I need to build and improve my confidence. Secondly, I feel that teaching is an important aspect of life, and the teacher must get the credible sources to teach his or her students. So in this teaching and learning process, I use authentic material based on my lesson plan that I have created. In this video, I focus on teaching writing and speaking activities. To teach writing, I ask my students to make expression using modal auxiliaries and write it down individually. Then to teach speaking, I told my students to practice dialect together in the class. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you!